Hey, I'm Shannon Beeby, and I'm here at the Tonkawa Film Festival, and I'm with Austin Crawford. I'm honored to be here with him. He's the subject of the film Fighting MSA. So, Austin, I would love for you to tell me what does MSA stand for?
MSA is for multiple system atrophy.
Yeah.
It is a very degenerative and very fast-acting disease that basically eliminates all of your body functions, and you get to turn into a vegetable.
How long have you been fighting MSA?
We've been roughly fighting it about 8 years. I was technically diagnosed in September of 2017.
And when did you meet the filmmaker in order to be a part of this documentary?
We started in probably about the middle of 2018. Just a simple phone call to ask him about what was the video that he did last, and if he would be interested in doing a video about kind of like my journal for my family.
So you originally just intended this film to be...
Just to be a journal, just to have something to leave as a keepsake for my family.
Wow, that's amazing. And are you surprised by, or what are your feelings about how it's, that it's winning awards?
I'm still in shock that it's been receptive that far as much as it has. Like I said, I never intended to actually make it into a true documentary. Once it has, it's been very well received, and everyone that sees it says it's very emotional and very inspiring.
It really is. It really is. Thank you so much for sharing it with us and for taking the action to want to document that for your family and share your wisdom and your generosity of spirit. And not only are you sharing it with your family, but you're sharing it with so many others.
Yes.
And I can tell.
Yeah, the Tonkawa Film Festival has been very just receptive of even my condition of being in a wheelchair, and it's not been frowned upon, which has been so nice. Because you really don't get a lot of, you get treated a little bit different when you're in a wheelchair versus a normal life. So, and it hasn't been that way here. And that's one of the things I really truly respected and I admire.
I'm so glad to hear that. Do you feel like, what are some of those things? Like, what are to help people understand when they're walking down the street and they see someone in a wheelchair? What do you...
I would say not all disabilities are seen. But it's not always in the physical form. It could be like PTSD from our veterans, or nursing staff have even seen it in firefighters. Anyone trying to cope, it just has a disability. It's not a disability of always being physical.
Yeah,
I
completely agree. Austin, if your current self could go back in time and give your past self one piece of advice, what do you think that would be?
If I could go back and tell myself something. Honestly, I wouldn't change any events that's ever happened to me, but I would say, don't give up. Because there are times you want to, and you just can't.
Yeah.
There's people out there that are looking up to you behind closed curtains, and it's just keep going forward.
Yeah, I can tell how everyone really takes that from you, and is really like feeling that inspiration within themselves. And I know everyone's really grateful for you giving it and sharing it.
And I'm actually glad it came across that way because, like we said, we didn't mean it to be inspirational. It was just something for our family, and it's just been so welcome.
Yeah. Was there anything about being a part of a subject of a documentary that might have been a little weird, a little awkward, like having a camera crew around?
Yeah, I haven't. Well, the director, Phil Joya, is how it's actually pronounced, was there roughly about 6 months. So going from the shy me, because I am still shy, I'm very shy, to having a film crew of having him ride my motorcycle or going to hospitals, going to just events, and having a film crew, and you're like, who are they?
Yeah.
They're with me, it's okay. We're just shooting a film. So, yeah, it is very different than what my normal day would have been.
Yeah. And you have a really supportive community around you in the biker community. And how...
And the car club, too.
The car club, yeah. How... Did you always... Were you always so close to everyone and then you just grew even closer, or...?
Actually, no. I moved to Milford. I went to school in Milford, but I moved away and then moved back. I met my wife.
Yeah.
And I've always been the shy type. I don't mind doing stuff and going out and doing the physical work. But to have a social, interactive life, I was always the one that was always withheld. I think actually having this diagnosis has given me the chance and opportunity to open myself up to where I wouldn't have normally.
That's amazing.
The town has been very helpful and very supportive.
Good. I'm really glad to hear that.
Yes.
And speaking of support, what can people do to bring awareness to MSA? What do you want to tell people?
If you know that you have MSA or even suspect, just look up the MSA Coalition, Multiple System Atrophy Coalition, and they're very receptive. From Don, who's one of the head board members, to Doc Kellerman, who is on the board members. Very close friends of mine now after 2 years. They have their own website. They have their own little Q&A questions for patients and actually for non-patients. So you can go in there and ask questions. Maybe I'm suspecting this. And you can go in there and they're very educated, very highly educated on what's going on.
That's good. That's good to hear, because it took a while for you to receive your diagnosis.
Yes, we fought it over 6 years before we were even diagnosed with proper diagnosis.
How you first received a diagnosis of Parkinson's?
I was first diagnosed with Parkinson's, and until the medication quit working, and then they went ahead and said, yes, this is what you have.
I see. Yeah. So if there are other people out there who are running into those same roadblocks, there is a place to turn, and it's the MSA Coalition.
MSA Coalition.
Great. That's really good to hear. And I know that you doing what you're doing, having made this film, having it screen places, coming 11 hours down here is already affecting lives with people who are experiencing MSA, because we had someone just
Charles,
nearby.
Charles was here tonight, and it was a pleasure meeting him and his family and kind of comparing notes back and forth why there was an intermission.
Yeah.
And seeing all the similarities, even though there is an age group and each one of us do vary a little bit differently. I'm going on 8 years and I'm still somewhat mobile. To where others, like Charles himself, is in a full wheelchair, power wheelchair all the time. So there are different symptoms for different people.
Yeah, I understand that. We just lost a light. Is
We
that
just lost the
okay?
light.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I think it's great.
Yeah.
Great. If there's anything else you wanted to say.
Yeah. Let me. Yeah. Do you have anything else you'd like to say?
I want to say thank you for the road relics, for actually helping get me back on the bike for one last year, and to my family.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Austin.